Thanks for joining us for Fox 43 News at 5. I'm Evan Forrester. Today marks 100 days since the state budget deadline passed without lawmakers reaching a deal, and both Democrats and Republicans in the state General Assembly today acknowledged the milestone. Fox 43's James Corrigan live in Harrisburg this hour with details of what both sides have to say and where they go from here.
Well, Evan, when this process began all the way back in February, nobody thought that this was possible. But as the months dragged on, the progress kept not showing up. 100 days without a budget became inevitable. And right now, there is no sign that a budget is coming anytime soon, with social services, counties, and schools all staring down a financial cliff.
We got rape crisis centers closing. We've got county offices laying people off. We have senior centers closing their doors.
Pennsylvania House and Senate Democrats forcefully denounced Senate Republicans on the 100th day of the budget impasse, accusing them of holding up the process while their caucuses and even House Republicans have committed to negotiating.
Every week we've been close to a deal. Every week we're at the 1 yard line. Every week the Senate Republicans forget they've got governing partners over in the House where we are ready to rumble and we're always ready to compromise.
Senate Appropriations Chair Scott Martin points to the budget passed by Senate Republicans earlier this year, using last year's spending numbers as a way to get money flowing, and emphasized his commitment to responsible state spending.
Our rate of growth of spending is greatly exceeding what the growth of revenue is, and that's what we need to fix. And until that happens, and unless people are honest about it, then the position is what it is right now.
At issue is the question of whether Senate Republican leaders have the support from their own caucus as a whole to pass a true compromise budget. Democratic leaders allege that more conservative voices in the Republican caucus have introduced unrealistic demands on private school vouchers and energy late in the process and have stalled the talks.
Senator Pittman is a good and decent man. He has never lied. And when he told me he doesn't have 26 votes, I believe him. But then he must let that caucus stand aside and let that chamber do the business for him.
Does your caucus have votes in the Republican side to pass a true compromise?
Well, it depends on what the compromise may be. I'm more in the camp of what the reality is of the fiscal situation that we're in.
The 100-day deadlock has put a strain on public school districts, county social services, and crucial nonprofits who have had to go more than 3 months without major state funding. House Republicans called on both House Democrats and Senate Republicans to put aside their differences and finish the job.
Divided does not mean dysfunctional. It does not have to be dysfunctional. We can set a tone in this chamber and this state government that can reverberate throughout America if we put our minds to it and do it.
And right now, the House is in session, debating and potentially moving forward with their new budget bill that they unveiled today, which is for $50.25 billion, which is less than what they passed earlier this year, but still more than what Senate Republicans have asked for. So the deadlock continues, and the cycle could be going on for a little while longer. Evan.
Well, James, of course, we've been talking about the school districts and folks that have been affected by the deadlock over 100 days now. Did the leaders there in the State House or the Senate acknowledge them today?
They sure did, Evan, and all of their members have heard from their districts, heard from their constituents, heard from the school districts about the situations that they're in. So they're all keenly aware, and they've all acknowledged that this is doing harm to the Commonwealth itself. But as of right now, the leaders continue to try and hold out for a better deal for their side while leaving everybody else waiting in the wings.
All right, Fox 43's James Corrigan live in Harrisburg this evening. James, thank you very much.